Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with a special replay for you. As you can see from the thumbnail, we're going to be witnessing a 3 RAX strategy from this player here, trademark, but this is of course UTHERMAL, a very known player in the European scene, as is going to be facing here in the lower left part of the map. In the red it is MAXPAX, also a very known Protoss player. So yeah, let's just see how this strategy is going to work out for the Terran. From what I've heard, it is really very strong strategy and much hated by the Protoss. Of course, if the Protoss finds out about it really early, it could backfire for the Terran. But yeah, let's just have a look at the build order a little bit. We see supply depot into gas and barracks. So currently pretty standard stuff here from the Terran. We're also seeing some cleaning bots here. And let's have a look at the Protoss. Not sending out any probes to scout, or just to delay the expansion from the Terran, just pretty much opening up here standard, preparing a wall off with a gateway pylon. Pretty sure he's going to add perhaps a forge, a core here. Oh, hold on, he did send out a probe, so sorry about this one. So in comes the probe. Let's also have a look at the timing. We're currently at the 1 minute mark as the probe and the SCV are fighting out, but of course this probe is mainly here to delay the expansion from the Terran. No such thing as scouting. The main 2 SCVs have been now sent out by UTHERMAL. The third one actually also leaving the base to scout out what exactly the Protoss is doing. So let's have a look. Is UTHERMAL actually going to expand here? He adds a reactor, or is he going to fake this expansion? Is he going to cancel it perhaps and add many more barracks? No, by the looks of it, he's actually deciding to keep this expansion. As we're looking more and more into this build order, 1 refinery it is. Just check the Protoss really quick. Or it is fast expansion, as well as we see the second gas. We also see this one SCV returning. So yeah, he decides to keep this one expansion. At the same time, he also decides to place 2 supply depots here. So these supply depots are really important, and what's also important, we have the 2 minute and 20-second mark as the second barracks is being added by UTHERMAL. We will also see if he's adding a reactor or not, or if he's going for a factory or starport, or when exactly he's going to get a hold on to actually have the third barracks. So there it is, 2 minutes and 20 seconds into 2 minutes and around 35 seconds. 3 barracks about to finish for UTHERMAL, and he's actually adding 2 Reapers first on with 2 Marines. So yeah, the 3 Reapers, of course, to be as annoying as possible. His expansion is being finished. 2 Marines are out, 1 already pretty much hurt. There comes the Adept, and this Adept will of course not or should not be allowed here up. So UTHERMAL has to be really careful. 1 Marine might get sniped as he's really low. And yeah, let's have a look. 2 Marines really low. So nice sniping here by MAXPAX. Finally one Adept has fallen, and in comes now this push from almost here. He made it here almost through, so this is really risky. UTHERMAL might want to uplift those supply depots, but then again, I'm sure he knows exactly what he's doing. There is that stim, and there is finally this uplift, as the Adept can't really make it here through the base. So the Reapers not really making anything happen. Stalker is here to defend. 0 kills for the Reaper. The Adept is going to be annoying, but the Marines will take him out. So UTHERMAL keeping everything at bay here, keeping everything secret. Second refinery has been added. No refinery here, and no factory or starport. So pretty much the whole economy is going now into massively pumping out those Marines. The 2 Reapers are still out of map. Let me just check if they get a kill. Perhaps 1 probe has been sniped or an Adept. Let's have a look. What MAXPAX is doing, I did watch his main, given the fact that it is a 3 RAX strategy, which we are going to be watching here. So yeah, the Reapers could have snapped perhaps something here, but no, it was a shield battery, as they see the Twilight Council and the 2 gates. More and more gates going here. Let's just check the main from UTHERMAL once again. There's that factory around the 4 minute mark. Should be followed by a starport, and there we have the first push out. Many Marines. Stim is about to finish. We also have other upgrades here about to be finished for the Terran, as some Stalkers also move out here on the map. Let's just see what these Marines can make happen, and let's just see what MAXPAX is going to be happening here with 4 Stalkers against a bunker, but he also has this one nice prism here in the back. So yeah, in the end he's going to find a better position, but at the same time he doesn't really have any defenses here at home, so these Marines could pretty much just walk here through. There is a shield battery, and finally some Stalkers do get morphed in. So in comes MAXPAX, UTHERMAL with his Stint Marines, with his Stint Reapers, and here we go, heading straight towards the economy, heading straight towards the mineral line. In the end he will be sniped off by those Stalkers. MAXPAX had to recall, but it was all worthy. There's only 3 workers have fallen, and quite some units losses here for UTHERMAL. Many Marines, but remember he's at a 3 barracks strategy, as now his factory has finished, but the factory of course much needed for those, for that starport, for those medivacs. And now finally in comes this one observer, sees now finally what's going on, as he's pushing more and more forward, sees the barracks as more and more units get pushed out. And now we do have some Marauders. I believe they have concussive shells, or it's actually being researched now, pretty much soon to be finished. Now let's have a look. Of course those concussive shells really strong against those Stalkers. Blink has also been finished, as now the mineral line is pretty much suffering here from MAXPAX. MAXPAX was thinking that he was in the clear, but yeah, in the end UTHERMAL really nicely punishing him here. Almost 20 kills, pretty much worthy, losing all of those Marines and Marauders, as we also have the first Colossus out on the map. Stalkers are in position, but yeah, the bunker should hold, and the observer is also getting sniped. UTHERMAL adding some tanks, but medivacs, more and more medivacs will be much needed for him, as we do have a push. But yeah, UTHERMAL should of course hold this with this one tank and a nice wall in. We also need to be careful with these medivacs. There's a lot of lava here. Let's have a look what UTHERMAL can do this expansion. Not that really much guarded by MAXPAX, as he's sending out some units. But yeah, the Colossus really strong counter against all of those Marines. Upgrades do go out for the Protoss. The range has also been done really soon, as more and more Colossus should be added. Some speed for those Zealots. Let's be careful with these 2 medivacs and these units here. The expansion hasn't been finished yet. MAXPAX also not moving out just quite now with some Stalkers, as in comes UTHERMAL, but I guess he's just going to be waiting for this expansion to finish and quite then try to snap it. Or what exactly is he doing? He's just pretty much waiting. I believe MAXPAX saw him as he's retreating with some Stalkers. Check the main once again. More and more units are being pumped out by the Terran, as more and more probes are also being produced. Worker wise we do of course see an advantage for the Terran, and yeah, the Terran even taking now, UTHERMAL even taking now this expansion. I guess it's just waiting for the Protoss to build more and more units, probes actually, and by this just to wait and just to snipe them. Now here we go, Stim is up, heading straight towards the middle line. No defenses here, the probes are pretty much targeted. 7 already have fallen. Nice stasis trap here by the Protoss, as UTHERMAL is just going to ignore it, just going to pick it up and move straight towards the next location. There are some units here to defend, but UTHERMAL just heading straight towards the economy from the enemy. 12, 13, 14, more and more workers who get killed. So nice job by UTHERMAL. Sadly for him, he did lose the units, but once again it was worthy. 17 kills for him, as he's retreating now here to his expansion point. So yeah, let's have a look at the workers. MAXPAX only at 43 versus the 63, so 20 more workers for the Terran now against his Protoss enemy. So very abusive tactics here, as he even added 2 more barracks, still staying at 1 factory on starport. Massive amounts of bio it is going to be here, engineering bay for those upgrades, and he has also taken this expansion point. Army wise pretty much the same, so but yeah, given the fact that MAXPAX will try to add more and more Colossuses, so the Colossuses of course that perfect counter on the high ground against all of those bio units. Let's see if UTHERMAL can make this somehow happen. More and more tanks have been added. as he's now moving out at around the 10-minute mark. MAXPAX just checking the water with those stalkers. And yeah, UTHERMAL leaves some units here behind, or is he actually going to move out with them as well? He might try to multitask, he might try to attack into this location and with the other forces into this location. There are shield batteries, and yeah, let's have a look as the Terran units do move out. Let's have a look when exactly is he going to attack here. Checking just here this expansion point, adding more and more workers, and even the tanks are now moving forward. Tanks are sieging up, but MAXPAX has the high ground. He has Blink, Stim is up, but those Colossus have that range and great force fields here by the Protoss. But at the same time, hold on, we once again see UTHERMAL busting here through the main. There are no defenses here, really late defenses. Those probes are pretty much exposed as the Colossuses have to come back. And yeah, more and more zealots are now being added as once again MAXPAX losing 20 workers. Pretty much nice multitask by UTHERMAL. At the same time, we do see a drop here. I believe it was, sorry that I missed it. Perhaps it was a drop with some zealots, but yeah, in the end the real action of course going on here into this location. Pylon has also been sniped. Nice scan goes out as more and more tanks are being added by UTHERMAL. And yeah, even the reinforcements are now silly pouring in. A great zone here to hide your tanks. 5 tanks it is here for UTHERMAL. And we also have 3 Colossuses here for the Protoss as the Marauders are in the front. So the economy pretty much suffering a lot here for the Protoss. Finally, some Archons have been added. Archons of course really tanky against those units. So Archons in the front could be the winning move here for MAXPAX, as he also has the high ground. Units do come in for UTHERMAL just to back them up. Colossus still haven't been touched yet. Finally one gets sniped, the second one also being targeted. So Steam working really nice here for UTHERMAL, but those players do suffer some casualties, as yeah, in the end more and more has been sniped here for the Terran, so he has to pick up his units and pretty much regroup in the middle of the map. Let's see his next steps. We have the 12-minute mark. More and more Archons do get more thin. Let's have a look. Zealots in the front, nice. Archons are also now being ready to deal splash damage towards those units, but UTHERMAL just heading straight towards the Colossus, and there it is. We have actually a GG from MAXPAX. So UTHERMAL taking it here, as MAXPAX has dropped really low into supply. So in the end the harassment has proven way much too strong. So remember, he went straight towards those probes, straight towards the economy from the enemy, and this has given him of course the advantage. So nice tactic. You might want to try to experiment with this one on the ladder. Like I've heard a lot of Protoss really hate this strategy, and yeah, you really have to make sure to hide it against your opponent. So yeah, once again, interesting matchup here from Europe. Nice strategy. I hope you guys once again enjoyed these replays. We'll be seeing of course in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.